ABC News said to be on the lookout for fire nados as unpredictable wind conditions made it a nightmare out there. Well, that's what started it, right? The crazy wind. Yeah, no, I've been seeing the videos of the fires out in California. It is horrifying. Here, hold on. I saw this video earlier today. So most people were ordered to evacuate, and I imagine most people did. There's a video of some people that didn't. And
this was going viral.
The footage is crazy.
This was going viral all over the place. Look at this video.
This actually looks like something out of Doom. Like Doom Eternal or something. Like when the portal to hell opens.
So this is not what you want to have happen. That
is insightful. Listen, folks. This is not what you want to have happen. You don't want flames blazing, this inferno surrounding you. You're not looking at a good time. I'm just going to say it. Hey, call me a jerk all you want. You don't really want that.
Many just heartbreaking visuals.
Hey, stay safe,
that
Riley.
have developed since the Pacific Palisades fire broke out.
Right.
This is a prime example of why you should leave when they tell you to.
Yeah, it's not a joke. They're not saying it just to say it, and it also it's very selfish, frankly, to stay behind because you're putting potentially firefighters' lives on the line to try to save you, and getting in the way of their ability to save property or do other things. You know, there's a reason why these statements are made.
That's a good point, actually. That is actually a good point. Yeah, definitely very stupid to stay during the wildfires. I've seen people make this comparison, and I'll go ahead and get ahead of it. It's not the same as staying during a hurricane in Florida. There is a drastic difference between riding out a hurricane, like a Cat 2 hurricane in Florida, versus trying to ride out a wildfire. Again, houses in Florida, for the most part, modern buildings are built with hurricanes in mind to withstand hurricanes up to a certain wind speed. So as long as it's within that boundary, you're pretty okay. When it comes to a fucking wildfire, houses are not built to withstand something like that. Nothing can withstand something like that. So it's super different. It's very different. Oh, also another good point. Hurricanes are predictable. Well, predictable within means. Wildfires are just not. Yeah, the footage that's been coming out from this it's hard to believe that it's not a movie. It's truly nuts.
Iconic structures.
I think
because they are watching this so closely. Obviously, this is our local story, but
it's like something out of a Roland Emmerich film.
News anchors coming.
Asked of us.
It's just sad, man.
That if this was even in the wheelhouse of an arsonist, for instance, you would have the same message for
out there in the impacted area for you.
What's even more fucked up is apparently a lot of people were denied fire insurance by companies like State Farm shortly before the wildfires happened. No, what? What? Insurance did that? I must have misread that. That can't be right. That doesn't make sense. No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Don't make me go on insurance now. Now I'm fucking stun locked on insurance. You remember, I think I talked about this on stream. So, I don't remember which hurricane, but one of the hurricanes that blew through Florida a few months ago, it caused some flood damage to our warehouse. Nothing like too expensive to fix or anything. But we, of course, had flood insurance. Well, let me tell you, the insurance being the saints they are, they found a way to weasel out of any coverage for the flood damage, so it came all out of pocket. And that's the way it goes. That you pay for the insurance for the sole purpose of helping when a natural disaster happens, and their whole goal is to make sure they don't actually pay you for what you've been paying them for the entire time. It's incredible. It works the same way in health insurance. It's amazing. It's really amazing stuff. What was their reason for denying it? Oh, fuck. fuck, I can't remember. I think one of the big things was they didn't think the flood damage was as bad as we made it sound. And also, even if it was, it didn't do enough damage to warrant them covering any of it. It was some combination of those two excuses. Didn't only damage one part of the warehouse. No. One part of the warehouse got it worse than the other. The back building where we play for skill check videos. That one, the entire floor and everything had like 2 or 3 inches of standing water. That one definitely got it the worst and destroyed most of the things that were still on ground level there. But the main warehouse building had water damage in the walls. But not too bad, all things considered. But it still would have been nice if flood insurance was like, hey, yeah, we'll cover that. We'll help cover that. You literally pay us to cover it, so we'll do that. But they didn't do that. Let me see if I can find one of the ones from people driving through. Because this really is just, it's unbelievable.
So this is an entirely. This whole street is gone.
It's just actually erasing so much.
Nothing left.
And I didn't know this, but apparently the reason this is so out of control is because of how windy it's been in California. Because there's been a lot of wildfires in California. There was the big ones a few years back that took out a lot. But this seems to be like a totally different beast because the wind is unreal. How does this start? Is it just dry and wind? Literally that. There's no telling exactly what started this. Could have been like a lightning strike. Well, unlikely because it's not raining in California at all. It could be a fucking cigarette being flipped out by a substitute teacher that just got off of work. And then it just starts a small little fire and it's so windy that it just blows it up. It just explodes it. It could be absolutely anything. Alien drone lasers from Jersey. I am actually surprised I haven't seen more conspiracy theory takes on it. Now, granted, I haven't really been looking or anything, but I feel like that would have been one of the first things. Damn lasers again. The first fire started in someone's backyard. Imagine having a small fire end up costing thousands of houses. Where did you see that? I didn't see that. It's very possible, with how bad the wind is, that is actually what started all of this, but where did you see that info? Let me look it up. I see something from 2 hours ago talking about when it started, but I see no information about it starting in just someone's backyard. And let's see. 5 football fields a minute, how a perfect storm of extreme weather set off Los Angeles wildfires. 27,000 acres. Man, holy shit. They're picking up burning debris and embers and depositing them downwind, and that's the recipe for what we've got now. There's nothing the fire crews can physically do to stop this fire. All they can do is try to get ahead of it and hope there are enough natural fire breaks in the form of rivers, open areas with little vegetation that maybe can slow it down a little bit. It's virtually uncontrollable, and they go out, typically, only when they run out of fuel. That does not sound promising at all. Just get rid of the trees at that point. If I remember correctly, one of the techniques they use in like a really bad wildfire is they try and get like in a path that they think the fire will be going, and they just water the shit out of everything there to try and keep it from catching. So I imagine they're doing that. I don't think they're going to be like taking out the trees. I feel like that's not going to really do much. But the problem is they've got little water. Is that another thing that's going on here? They just don't have enough water to actually even fight it. Okay, so it broke out around 10:20 a.m. Tuesday. Its exact cause remains under investigation. So I don't know where you saw that it started in someone's backyard. A fourth fire, which started on Wednesday, has eaten up 15 acres and 50% contained. Didn't a fire start one time because of a gender reveal? Yes. That was 4 years ago, I want to say. A gender reveal party caused a massive raging wildfire. Yep. Another thing firefighters will do is called controlled burn of the path of a path so that the fire has nowhere to spread to when it reaches that point. Yeah, controlled burns are a very common one. I imagine they're also trying that here too. No, they wouldn't do a controlled burn during these high winds. Oh, that's true, I guess. Yeah, maybe the wind's too severe to do a controlled burn and it'd only exacerbate the problem. That's an interesting piece of information. I was going to say fact, but I don't know if it's a fact or not. That just sounds logical. What would you take from your house if you had to evacuate, assuming you had no pets? Shit, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I guess it depends on how much time I had. Card collection. I'd try and get the card collection. You have 15 minutes to fill your car with whatever. What do you save? If I have 15 minutes, I would take every single card that's in this case here. That'd take up probably like the trunk. What else would I take? I feel like everything that I'd take, like physical things I would take, would be in this room, and I don't know what else. I don't know what order I'd go in. PC and cards. Well, PC, yeah, that one can just go in like the front seat on the floor. That's already just kind of a given. If I have 15 minutes, that's easy to grab. You're assuming your pets aren't with you. He said assuming no pets. He already said that. Yeah, I heard. Apparently the winds were up to like 80 miles per hour. You hear about the Compton Cowboys who've been helping people save their horses? There are hundreds of horses running around LA currently. That's so sad. Well, I'm glad to hear there's people trying to help, though. Yeah, that's what the videos were showing, Marissa. It's fucking terrifying. It actually, like I said, it literally looks like a disaster movie. Like, all the footage coming out, you can just see it from anywhere in California, it seems. Well, okay, not anywhere in California. You can see it from many, 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 many miles away, and the whole sky is just like this orange, smoky hellscape. Potential suspected arson. I didn't see any reports of that. They're saying it's still under investigation for what caused the fires, so... Again, it literally could be even the smallest thing. The actual smallest thing could have started this with the wind. Have you seen the video about the horses? No, someone just mentioned that. This is just going to make me sad.
Those are horses, yes. There's a woman that just came down the road here, and she's trying
God,
to
just look at that.
But as you can see, we
What
are on
the
New York
fuck?
Drive in Altadena, and this entire hillside is up in flames.
How do you even fight this? You don't. They're saying they are saying there's nothing they can really do.
Water meters, something like that.
It just has to run out of fuel.
An incredible wind. Roosevelt, Vernada.
Yeah, I don't know how she's even able to report. Like, the smoke inhalation alone must be just impossible.
And these winds are absolutely sad. There are so many homes that are in danger.
Were there any attempts of using helicopters to collect water from the ocean to put out these fires? So I only started reading about this like an hour or so before stream. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's actually kind of dangerous to fly during this because the wind is so strong. Like, so strong. So there's not a ton of, like, aerial watering attempts. But I don't think you'd be using ocean water, by the way. I think you just mean general water. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't think you'd be wanting to use salt water. But if I remember correctly, from what I was reading, they're not doing a lot of aerial stuff because of how risky it is with the wind speed. Because the wind speed is getting like to 80 miles per hour. Is it even legal for the insurance companies to just cancel fire coverage when the fire is actively happening? People are finally starting to wake up to just how corrupt the industry is. They can do whatever they want. The gist of it is, they can actually get away with whatever the fuck they want. They always have, and they always probably will, unfortunately. So hearing that they canceled fire coverage during all of this isn't surprising, unfortunately. It's sickening. How many people have died? The last reports I saw were 5 deaths. That was like an hour and a half ago-ish, something like that. Yeah. Live updates, 13 minutes ago, it's still 5. LA wildfires kill at least 5. And right now it's 27,000 acres gone up in flames. Lord only knows how many houses, how many pets. It's just catastrophic. Is it mainly in the hills of California right now? So there's 4. I think it's 4. And I don't think they're all just in the hills of California, but I think the majority of it is there. I don't remember where they're all spread out. CNN says there's 6. Well, it looks like there was at one point, but I think this icon means that it's like under control. I would guess, because I mean usually green is green good. It is crazy, man. No, it is scary. Because it's one of those things that they are openly saying, like, there is no way of fighting. And you never want to hear that. Just gotta hope that it runs out of fuel soon. This is one of those situations, like with hurricanes, you'd hope we had some weapons or technology to stop it. Oh, you know, this isn't what you were trying to say, but you know what it just reminded me of? You remember how all the people were saying, like, the government's got, like, the Democrats have the hurricane machines, the weather machines that they're sending hurricanes at Florida with? Where the fuck is that technology now? Why are they not sending a hurricane towards California to extinguish all of the fire with all of the rain that it would bring? Why does the weather machine only happen sometimes if we have that technology? It was made by Boeing. Ah, that's right. That makes more sense. Yeah, if the weather machines are real, now would be a really good time to start a torrential downpour or something in California. All the weather machines I heard so much about during the hurricanes, it'd be really helpful right about now.